Live Q&A time here on NBA Now from Chat Sports. I'm your host, Harrison Graham. Dwayne Porter super chats. Am I correct that the Lakers can go over the salary cap if AD agrees to opt out and signs later? They have his bird rights and the Pelicans, blah, blah, blah. They can, but you can't go like $30 million over. There's certain restrictions, Dwayne. They have a lot of bad contracts, too. If they're going to get a key player, like a third piece next to LeBron and AD, you got to trade Danny Green. That's the easiest way to do it. If you can get someone to take Danny Green, it can happen. Otherwise, it's just going to be too hard for the Lakers to pull off getting a player like a Bradley Beal, for example. Next up, Isaiah. Beal to Sacramento for Hield, Bagley, and the number 12 pick. Beal to Sacramento for Hield, Bagley, and the number 12 pick. That feels like a lot, but I don't hate it. The problem here for me is Sacramento isn't really ready to win. So do they want to trade for Bradley Beal? I'm not really sure. I'd have to think about that one more. I don't hate it, Isaiah. Just let me ponder it more. All right, Eon is next up here on our NBA mailbag. Devin Booker for number 1 overall pick, top 3 protected pick in 2021, first round in 2020 second round as well. So 2 first-round picks and the number 1 overall pick and a future second. So 3 firsts essentially for Bradley Beal. For Devin Booker, sorry. I still think Phoenix says no. With what we saw from Booker in the bubble, he's like Tatum. They're not trading him. That could be a trade deadline move, Eon. Like, say Phoenix comes out and they stink again or whatever, and it didn't go as planned like they thought it would. Then maybe you take a huge trade for Devin Booker, but otherwise, I don't think it's super likely. So I think in the end, they will keep Booker in Phoenix. But I like the question. That's a good one there. Amit K, Rubio, and number 10 for John Wall. I don't hate it. John Wall's trade value probably isn't super high right now. That's worth a swing if I'm Phoenix. I like this trade. I like it for Washington, too, because you get Rubio, who's a solid player, and a top 10 pick for a guy coming off an Achilles tear. I think it's worth the gamble for Phoenix, and I think it's decent value for the Wizards. So I think you could do a whole lot worse there, Amit. Charlie Buffman, why would the Kings trade Hield for Horford's boasted contract when the 76ers already saved them from that landmine last year? Kings trade Hield. Did I say they should trade for Horford? I don't know if you're referring to me. I don't trade for Horford. I almost put him in our 5 players to not trade for video because I wouldn't trade for him. But I don't think he's even relevant enough to put in that video. So I'm with you. I would not trade for Al Horford. Someone I would trade for is both of these guys, Luka Doncic and Giannis. Answer this question for me. This will be the pinned comment on today's video. Who would you rather build around? I'm not asking who the better player is right now. I'm asking who would you rather build around? Type L for Luka, type G for Giannis. Let me know. Who would you rather build around? Because for me, it's Luka. He's 5 years younger. I would take my chances and build around Luka, even though he's not quite as good as Giannis yet. I would take my chances. I'm typing my L for Luka, but if you think it's Giannis, type G. Dennis Schroeder to the Lakers. For what? What in return? Can you move Danny Green to OKC? That would be nice. Maybe Danny Green and a future first or something like that, just to sweeten the pot. Maybe. I have to see what OKC is getting in return there. Logan P, the cool Logan P. Embiid for Kimba, Cantor, Semi Ojeleye, and 2 first-round picks. That's a lot. That might be enough. That would maybe do it. Now, the picks would be lower in the first round because Boston's going to be good. But if you want to trade those better picks that they have, those extra stored up ones, then yeah, I might do that. If the Sixers are dead set on trading Embiid, which I don't think they will now that they have Doc Rivers, but if they do, that might be enough to do it. Paul Pettyman, Wolves first pick, Culver for Levine, Dunn, and back? Oh, getting Levine and Dunn back. Okay, gotcha. Sorry, guys. I don't really think so. Culver, I don't know why everybody wants to get rid of Culver after 1 year. And you don't trade the number 1 pick for Zach LaVine and Chris Dunn. No. Yeah, that's too much. Don't do that. So continue to use hashtag NBA or hashtag trade. We got a couple more here. I think we got time. What do we got time for? 2 or 3 more here. Got a couple of minutes left. Continue to get your questions on the show. Paul's just bringing it. CP3 for Kuzma, Green, and Cook, or Bradley Beal for salary consideration. Again, yeah, you're on the right track there because you're moving Danny Green. I still think you probably have to throw KCP in there for Chris Paul's deal because he makes so much money. But you're getting closer. You're getting closer for trying to get a trade to the Lakers. Go ahead and subscribe because we are free at Chat Sports. It's 100% free to hit that button and turn on notifications and watch our content because we're putting out videos every single day, both on the NBA and on the NFL. So go ahead and subscribe right now. We got the latest NBA news. We got rumors. We got trades. We got it all here at Chat Sports. So go ahead and subscribe to the channel, youtube.com/chatsportstv. Go ahead and get subscribed right now. Get more questions in here on the show. We'll get to those as soon as possible in just a second here. Who's up next here? Isaiah. Hashtag trade. Do you think the Pelicans get fleeced for AD? Lonzo seems unhappy. He ain't in LA. Hart is decent, and the pick's going to be 30th overall every single year. Ingram will be the only thing to show for. I don't know if they got fleeced because Brandon Ingram's really good. I think Hart's still going to be a decent player. But, yeah, when you lose the superstar, you lose the trade 9 times out of 10. That's how that works. That's just how that works. So, yeah, it's a bummer, but it is what it is. I don't think that the Pelicans can dwell on it. You got some young talent. You just have to roll with what you got. All right, Mickey Harden, trade for Devin Booker for Andrew Wiggins and the number 2 pick. Let me think about that one here. Hang on one second. Devin Booker for Andrew Wiggins and the number 2 overall pick. Let me see. I don't think the Suns do that because that's a lot. That's not nearly enough for Devin Booker, and that Wiggins contract stinks. So I would not do that if I am the excuse me, if I am the Phoenix Suns. It's going to take a whole lot more. So the Hound House, Duncan Robinson and a 1 for Marcus Smart. I think Robinson and Smart are actually closer than you think. I think the Heat say no. I think the Heat would actually say no to this trade. Duncan Robinson and a first-round pick for Marcus Smart. I say no if I'm the Heat. I like what Robinson's given me. I love Marcus Smart, but a first plus Robinson for Smart, I can't do that. It's a good idea, but I don't think it's nearly or quite enough for Miami. I would just stick with Duncan Robinson. He fits perfectly on that team. Continue to get your questions in here. We got time for a few more. Griffin and 7 for DeRozan and 11. Sure. Why not? I put both those guys on my videos of players I would not trade. Maybe it's worth the swing for the Spurs because they get the higher pick. Obviously, they get the worst contract for longer, but maybe that gets it done. We'll see. Isaiah's got another good one here. Booker for Simmons straight up. Phoenix is like, hell no. No. Phoenix says hell no to that trade. There's just, I don't know why they would do that. Let's see here. Get a couple more questions in here. Hussein Marshall, Karis LeVert, Spencer Dinwiddie, Jared Allen, 2020 19 overall pick for Paul George and Lemon Pepper Lou. I think the Nets say no. I think we saw what Paul George was worth in the playoffs, and that wasn't much. Pandemic P did not show up in the playoffs. I'd rather keep those young players and stick with Durant and Kyrie with my big core there. Tyler Burback using hashtag trade. Giannis for Draymond Green, Andrew Wiggins, Jordan Poole, second pick, Wolves 2021 pick, and Warriors 22 pick. Let's see. That's a lot of moving parts there. I'd rather just keep Giannis if I'm Milwaukee. That's not enough. You need more first-round picks in there, probably at least 3 if you're going to trade for Giannis. So I would say no if I'm Milwaukee.